Hey everybody, and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today, we are going to be watching the film Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. First things first, I'd like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And if you're interested in becoming an exclusive VIP Tiffany Club member, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. If you aren't quite interested in becoming a patron, however you still want to support the channel, why not consider buying me a movie ticket? Currently, all movie ticket donations are being raised to hire an editor so that I can get more content out to you all quicker. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in supporting, head on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/Mia Tiffany, and I have linked that down in the description. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane was released in 1962, directed by Robert Aldridge, starring Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. Alright everyone, we are going to be getting into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. So it's no secret that Bette Davis had a career-long feud with Joan Crawford. Despite this and the fact that they were both contracted under Warner Bros. For their entire careers, the two actresses never actually had the chance to work together on screen. It wasn't until 1962 that an opportunity presented itself. Director Robert Aldridge was given a book written by Henry Farrell titled Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Aldridge had sent a copy over to Joan Crawford, whom he'd worked with in 1956 on a movie titled Autumn Leaves. Joan Crawford, ever since that point, really wanted an opportunity to work again with Robert Aldridge. Once Crawford read this book, she felt that it was a perfect opportunity for her to work with Bette Davis, whom she thought was a, quote, fascinating actress. Once Aldridge secured the rights to Henry Farrell's book and officially signed on Crawford as a co-star, he set out to get Bette Davis on board. Coincidentally enough, a lot of Davis's friends thought that Baby Jane would be the perfect role for her, and this was long before talks of a movie adaptation even started. Aldridge approached Davis with the role and told her that she would be co-starring against Joan Crawford. Now, before accepting the role, Davis asked Aldridge if he had had any sort of meaningful relationships, quote unquote, with Joan Crawford. Crawford was known for becoming quite friendly with her male co-stars and directors and using their relationships as a sort of power on set. Davis felt that this could give Crawford an unfair advantage during production. Much to her delight, Aldridge denied any meaningful relationships with Crawford despite his opportunities. With that, Davis agreed to the role with a caveat that she would get top billing. Now, this caveat didn't bother Crawford much because she understood that Davis would be in the title role, so she didn't give any sort of backlash about it. And with that, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane went into production. The film would later go on to receive high critical acclaim, and it would be nominated for 5 Oscars, I don't know where 3 came from, at the Academy Awards, and would win 1 for Best Costume Design. Alright, on to some interesting facts. Even though this film ended up being a box office success, a lot of people did not think it would be from the get-go. This is actually what made it very difficult to finance the film initially. The companies that Aldridge had approached with this film denied giving him funding because they felt that it was too risky of an endeavor, most specifically because of the 2 leading actresses, according to them, being well beyond their time. Everyone on this project was beginning to lose hope until Elliot Hyman of Seven Arts Productions decided to fund the film for them. Hyman had been in support of the film since the get-go. Now, there was a lot of press surrounding this film, obviously because of the infamous feud between Joan Crawford and Bette Davis. Crawford and Davis agreed that there wouldn't be any fighting on set, but that didn't stop a little bit of alleged pettiness to seep through. Davis was quite comfortable getting unglamorous for her role and really getting deep into its roots. However, the same could not be said for Crawford, who was well known for her beauty in Hollywood. This irritated Davis every now and then during production. However, Davis would later go on to praise Crawford for her professionalism on set. Finally, this movie really showed up a lot of the production companies who initially refused to fund the film. From the moment it was released to the public, it was beloved by audiences. So much so that people were waiting down the block, eager to witness this classic masterpiece. And with that being said, this is my first time watching Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and I am so excited to get into it. But before we do, y'all know the deal. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get in to whatever happened to Baby Jane. Okay, already don't like this. She's crying. Oh, and the Jack-in-the-Box is crying? What? How are you going to show a crying baby a Jack-in-the-Box? That's like the worst thing. This is so terrifying. Baby Jane Hudson. She reminds me of like Shirley Temple. That was so good. Go, little Baby Jane Hudson. You got this, girl.
Thank you very much. One final request, all right?
I've written a letter to Daddy.
I've written a letter to Daddy.
I've written a letter to Daddy. Well, I'd be so proud as a mom. Look at my little baby go.
I've written a letter to Daddy.
Oh, so cute and innocent. Her little voice is so precious.
I put kisses saying I love you.
I love her little like curls, her little like baby doll curls. She looks like a little doll. That was so sweet. Is that a full body doll of her?
Isn't that a beautiful doll?
Ooh. That's got to be some sort of symbolism. Like a doll that can never grow old or like that's just perfect. There's got to be symbolism there.
I don't have to take a nap and you can't make me. I want an ice cream. I make the money so I can have what I want.
Girl, you better not be talking like that in front of all these people to me like that. Come on now.
I guess you better have some.
Blanche wants some too. I don't want anything.
What do you think you're trying to do?
I always say it's the parents' fault.
Oh, so she's the favorite in the family. Maybe she wanted to be on screen.
Someday it's going to be you that's getting all the attention. Try to be kinder to Jane and your father. I hope you'll try and remember that.
You bet I won't forget.
She's like, be the bigger person. She's like, I'll remember every single detail. 1935. 18 years later?
What type does he like? A lot of personality. I'll catch on.
Oh my god, it's young Betty Davis. She's so pretty and I've never seen her blonde before.
Morning, Mr. Weber.
Got a southern accent like I got a southern accent.
Then the job is mine.
Oh boy, 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 boy.
They look unimpressed with her. She kind of reminds me of Drew Barrymore a little bit. In like the 90s. She kind of has that look. I wonder what movie this is from.
Kill it! She stinks, doesn't she?
Say the end's pretty good. Maybe we should have seen it through.
Please.
I would say you only saw but like 3 clips of it. I didn't think she was that bad. There was no depth in her lines.
We have to make a picture with Baby Jane. If Blanche will only let us out of that clause in her contract. You see, that's what we pay lawyers for. Blanche Hudson's the biggest thing in movies.
I bet there's probably some sibling rivalry there. Like deep-seated rivalry.
She can't make a star out of Baby Jane again.
She's never going to forget what her sister did for her. She told me that herself.
Well, you talk to Blanche. Try to make her understand, huh?
They're really setting this precedence for a rivalry to kind of happen on screen. So I wonder if they were trying to do that to kind of have audiences watch their real-life rivalry play out, or if that's just because the way that the book was written. Oh, is she going to try and run her over? Oh my gosh! The way that they depicted that was really cool too. We didn't actually have to see her get run over, but we kind of figure it out by the edits. Oh my god. And it comes out of the doll's head. And they're keeping us right here on this horrible accident. I think that's an interesting visual too, the fact that the top half of the Baby Jane doll is like gone, almost to signify like her head is unraveling. How romantic. Oh, do you see that painting in the background? Terrifying. It's like that little girl has like blacked out eyes. Ugh.
Don't be like that.
Thanks. She must be about 150 by now.
Blanche Hudson's just a few years older than I am.
Really? You just called your mom old? That sucks.
We've been living next door to them for 6 months now. That sister is kind of peculiar. She was supposed to be responsible for the accident.
Oh, so Baby Jane is the one who was driving the car, and Blanche is the one that got hit. That's crazy.
Turn up the volume, dear. We're missing the picture.
Oh, there's Joan Crawford.
Please try to understand.
We should have held that shot longer.
Can we go back to when we would call movies pictures? Because it just sounds so elegant and glamorous.
Enjoying yourself? I was watching. Then you're an idiot.
I'm feeling the sisterly love, 100%. Jeez.
Oh, good morning, Miss Hudson. I just couldn't resist cutting these flowers for your sister. My daughter and I would just love to meet her.
She's not fit to receive visitors.
I read that Betty Davis, like, she would just cake makeup on her face. She wouldn't wash her face after a day of work.
I had no idea. Well, I hope she likes the flowers.
She looks so like...
Thanks.
Oh, the vibe that she's giving off is just completely unfriendly, unwelcoming, resentful, and it's deep-seated, and you feel that.
You miserable.
Oh my god. They censored it out with a doorbell. I saw what you said, though. I saw you, girl.
I was just wondering who all those people were at the back door. Just that nosy Mrs. Bates going on about your picture. Did she like it? Did she like it?
Did she change her voice? What? Oh, she's so mean.
Do you remember what year you made that picture? 1934. I made a picture that year, too. Marty McDonald said it was the best thing I ever did.
She's trying to upstage her with the one picture she made in 34.
Feldman told me the company had a very bad year. They had a great year. They didn't want to show my film. They were too busy to that crap you were turning out.
Wow. The fact that they're kind of playing against each other, this sort of dichotomy of like happiness and utter resentment and bitterness is really exciting.
I'll clean the cage. Oh, that would be Elvira.
A little mini stare off there. I see y'all.
How are you today? Fine. Oh, you've seen Jane.
You've seen Jane. The mere sight of her just makes you sad, angry, bitter.
Did you speak to that Dr. Shelby about Miss Jane like you said?
I was just hoping it wouldn't be necessary.
She's been drinking again. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I forgot she did have an addiction. They were talking about that earlier.
You ought to take a look at this.
Seeing you again was just like meeting an old friend. Where'd they come from? Where did you find them?
In the trash barrel, that's where.
How do you have that much jealousy and resentment of your own blood? Like, what?
Well, she must have thought they were advertisements.
Why are you making excuses for her?
She's sick and she's not getting any better.
She's been a lot worse. Do you think she knows?
About selling the house? How could she?
Ooh. If she finds out, ooh.
How do I tell her?
Well, if you just speak to that Dr. Shelby, maybe he could tell her.
No, it ought to be me. I can't let a stranger tell her.
You gotta just rip that Band-Aid off. She's way too nice for her own good.
You didn't know her when she was a child. She was different. She was so alive.
What changed?
The bird got out.
No, you let it out on purpose. Oh my god, she freaking killed the bird. No.
Did you let that bird out on purpose, Miss Jane?
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
She did it on purpose.
Never mind. Maybe he'll come back.
Is she serious? Bro, I could not keep up with that. Look at all the bottles she keeps. Dang. Like trophies.
But you've got to make up your mind about finding somewhere for Miss Jane.
I have made up my mind.
Where they can look after her properly.
I'm going to call Dr. Shelby today.
There has to be a point when you're like, you know what? I need to do what's best in my interest. I know that sounds selfish, but my sister has made it me or her. And I choose me, you know, because she's chosen herself.
I want to order some liquors. Jane Hudson. What do you mean you can't fill any more orders for me? Wait a minute, I'll put her on. Yes, this is Blanche Hudson.
The fact that she could do her sister's voice is freaking wild. I'm sure it's a voiceover, but still, it's creepy in terms of the story.
I didn't mean to suggest that you shouldn't fill any orders for her. Would you please? Okay, then. 6 bottles of scotch and 3 bottles of gin.
And as soon as possible. It's crazy that they are living together. I mean, I know that they're family, but like, clearly there's tension between them. Why would they want to live together?
I'm going downtown to see a man about jury duty.
Elvira's like, I'm on to you, Jane.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I think Jane is used to being the center of attention, so when she lost that, it's like her world was just destroyed. Oh. She left it.
Hello?
She left the phone off the hook. Now she can't contact anyone if she needs to contact someone. Oh my god, no. Stop. Please stop. I don't like dolls. No, please. If that thing starts moving, I'm done. I'm not watching anymore.
The postman says that's best to do a letter to Daddy.
Her hair is the same as it was when she was a child. Those curls. The fact that she keeps it, it's like a shrine to her former self.
Saying I love you.
The fact that she's under like a single light, like a spotlight. Her performance is very modern. Like it feels very realistic. It's like she's evolved with the times, and you see that in her performance.
Miss Rotten, stinking actress! Think the whole damn world comes running!
I love the symbolism in the cinematography. You know, from her being under the spotlight to the doll and kind of immortalizing her youth, but never being able to achieve that again. It's very symbolic.
Miss
That's just a tea. It's just tea. Don't put arsenic in it, alright? What are you doing?
A bit early, isn't it?
I think what she didn't account for was the fact that she had to take care of her sister, that she crippled.
I wanted to tell you something's wrong with the telephone. Who'd you want to call, Blanche? I wanted to call Bert Hanley. There's something I've been meaning to discuss with you.
Oh, she's telling her about the freaking house! Oh my god, and what is she gonna do? She's literally in a wheelchair. This is like wait until dark!
Bert thinks we'll probably have to sell the house.
You called him 4 weeks ago and told him to sell it.
I did nothing of the sort.
Don't do anything. She's gonna do something. She's gonna frickin' do something. She's gonna go full-blown misery on her sister!
You've been spying on me.
She's like,
What
duh.
do you think?
Better not tire yourself out using the phone anymore.
Oh, she took off the freaking phone. Oh my god! She's like trapped upstairs.
Eat your lunch, it'll get cold.
Slam a door in my house one more time. I mean, technically it's her house, so she can do whatever she wants, but still. Stop slamming doors. I knew she freaking killed the bird. I freaking knew she did something to the bird, bro. She's freaking... Something isn't right upstairs, bro. That is so jacked up.
Jane, please wait. Jane, I want to talk to you. Please.
She's like, I'm gonna leave you. So bitter. So angry. And why would they have her bedroom upstairs? Why not put her downstairs where she can roam freely on the downstairs? Like, that's just a whole other level of cruelty. I swear. She's gonna fall down the stairs. How are you gonna get back up, honey? Don't do it. Don't do it. Where's Elvira, bro? Elvira, come back and help Blanche, please.
Telephone, Mother.
I need your help.
Well, we got some like groovy mid-century music. Try to scream for help, but the music's too loud.
I called this morning and placed an ad. Yeah, that's fine.
She a little bit looks like she's living not quite in the 60s. Like her outfit's a little predated.
Who's placing this ad?
It's Jane Hudson. Baby Jane Hudson.
The hell was baby Jane Hudson?
It's like, oh, great. Who are you? She's literally living in her own world.
Please call Dr. Shelby. Ask him to come here to the house. Please.
Oh my god! She's coming home! Bro, literally, bro, her sister's gonna see it.
Oh, Miss Hudson, how nice to see you. I just wanted to ask you about the flowers I brought over for your sister. They don't last very long, and I thought perhaps you'd like some more.
God, do you want to strip all of the happiness out of your sister's life? There has to be something else at play on top of her jealousy. To want to, like, harm your blood?
You saved
Oh,
yourself
God.
the trouble. I guess if my sister needed flowers, we could afford to buy them.
She took the freaking letter. It's a done deal. Oh, God. Mrs. Bates, please! I'm usually like, don't be a nosy neighbor, but please be a nosy neighbor.
Jane Hudson makes me so mad I could kill her.
Love those 60s extreme zoom-ins. Oh, she knows. I think she had a lot of creative freedom with her makeup. I think they allowed her to be able to create her character, if I remember what I read.
Blanche, you're not going to sell this house.
I bought this house for the two of us.
Baby Jane Hudson made the money that paid for this house.
You don't know what you're saying.
Who do you think you are? Like, she is not my kind of person. I would not have fun with her at all.
This house. You aren't ever going to leave it.
Do you remember when I first came back after the accident?
Promised you wouldn't ever talk about that again.
Does she know that her sister crippled her? Is that like supposed to be a secret?
I'm still in this chair. You wouldn't be able to do these awful things to me if I weren't still in this chair.
What are these awful things I'm supposed to be doing to you?
You killed her bird and then tried to feed it to her. Is that even human?
I meant you wouldn't have to work so hard.
Did she really just backtrack?
Maybe Elvira could come in more often. She could even live with us.
We don't need Elvira.
There's so much to do and you're not well.
I'm not well. Is she afraid of her sister? I'm getting that sense too.
Maybe I should get a checkup or something. Get hold of that nice Dr. Shelby. What's his number again?
She found the letter. I find myself being quite frustrated with both characters. Jane's super freaking selfish. Blanche is super freaking selfless. There's no in between. And it's like, if you have that for so long, when is it gonna happen? Like, who's gonna cave? It's just a frustrating thing in their character.
Under no circumstances tell my sister. It's not me that needs a Dr. Blanche.
And she freaking slams the door again. I would be so mad at her. I'd be like, stop slamming the door! Oh, she's scared to open it. Just open it. You're fine. It's okay, I know. I just wish she'd fight more. Must be experienced and versatile musician called Miss Jane Hudson. Aw, he's gonna answer the ad in the paper. I really find this sort of concept fascinating because obviously this was probably something that a lot of actresses went through during this time. And I wonder how many people connected with it in some way. It's very interesting.
Hello, lovely.
What did the doctors say?
It's no use my trying to go back to work.
Did he suggest what we're going to use for money in the meantime?
Absolutely love this long shot with the pans.
You found something, have you? There aren't that many jobs that'd be suitable. I mean, for serious music. Oh,
Serious music. Oh, he's taller than I thought. Or maybe she's just super short. No, he's tall. He's a tall guy.
You're gonna call?
Why don't you call for me? Tell them you're my secretary or something.
All right, dear.
Here we go. Oh boy. I wonder what Jane is like cooking up. Like why does she need a pianist or an accompanist?
Who is this?
Mr. Flagg's secretary. And he'd like to have an appointment.
How about 4 this afternoon?
That would be fine.
I love that she's trying to be so like official. The official secretary of Mr. Flagg. She's so cute.
Mama's managed everything. Oh, shut up!
This sweet little mom and son is about to walk in to a freaking crap show.
What were you ringing for?
I'm hungry, Jane. You forgot my breakfast.
I didn't bring you breakfast because you didn't eat your din-din.
God, she's just so infuriating. Did anyone else experience this frustration within these two characters when you were watching this for the first time? Or is it just me?
Why are you doing this to me?
Doing what?
Making me afraid to eat? Make me starve myself?
I don't know what you're talking about. You really must be sick.
Oh, Blanche, I just want her to kind of like, I don't know, grow a backbone and like defend herself or something. You have power. Now use it.
If anything happened to me, I wouldn't be here to sign the checks.
Oh.
Did you ever think of that? You wouldn't even have pocket money.
Why didn't you eat your dinner? Nothing wrong with it.
The audacity. She's like, you need me as much as I need you. Ooh.
Good morning, Elvira. Good morning. Oh, please, Jane, I'm so hungry.
You didn't eat your din-din, so you'll have to wait till lunchtime.
Jane, please!
Oh my gosh, this is so like, oh my god! I don't know how to feel right now. I'm so angry.
Good morning, Miss Jane.
I want to apologize. I was unkind to you. I want to make it up. You can have the whole day off.
Does Miss Blanche know about my taking the day off?
She's letting off Elvira so she can freaking put her claws in her sister! Oh my god! No, Elvira, stay please. Please, Elvira.
Bye.
Now you're stuck with her.
Who was that at the door earlier?
Elvira. I gave her the day off. I told her to come back next week. Oh, Blanche, you know we got rats in the cellar?
What is... Okay, what does it have to do with me? Are you just trying to, like, threaten me? She's gonna open it, and it's gonna be something, like, heinous. Bro! And she thinks it's funny! Like, what is her deal? That is so not funny at all. She's going in circles, like, what can I do? I'd start throwing punches, I'm not gonna lie. I'd start, like, freaking... I know I'm in a wheelchair, but I'll fight you, bro.
Good afternoon. I'm Edwin Flagg.
You're right on time, aren't you? Come in.
He is tall, man. He's handsome, too. He has those, like, dark features with, like, the dark hair and, like, the either blue or green eyes.
You like tea?
Oh, yes, I'm quite fond of tea. I'm English.
How nice for you.
He didn't sound English in the last part. I kind of like that he's timid, too. He's not super, like, imposing. It's all just pictures of her. There's no pictures of Blanche down there. It's like she rules the downstairs, and then Blanche is cooped up upstairs. It is a beautiful house. Has sort of that, like, Spanish villa vibe going on.
Oh, here, let me help you.
I love all the tiling, too. I'm just, like, fangirling this freaking house. Definitely has a California feel to it.
It's nice to break bread with strangers. Well, I've been retired for some time now. I've been taking care of family who...
And now you're free to return to your profession.
Yes.
Oh, she's putting on a freaking show. Taking care. It's a stretch. Taking care.
I wonder if you can guess who I am. I'm Baby Jane Hudson.
Yeah, we don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you mean you're really the Baby Jane?
He doesn't even know who she is. He's just playing to her freaking ego. He doesn't know who you are. Nobody knows who you are.
I'm going to revive my act exactly as I used to do it. And you know, they're desperate for new acts. Well, there are a lot of people who remember me. Lots of them.
No, there isn't. There has to be an element of some sort of something that's not quite right there.
I don't see how you could fail.
I've been thinking about costumes. I took some of my old ones down to be copied. I do want your opinion. Oh, I wish Daddy could be here right now.
We really get to see into the character of Baby Jane Hudson. I don't know, I don't want to hate her because there's so much more to her than just being an evil sister. It's her sister.
Spoil everything. I got someone who's come to see me. You always stop me from having friends.
Why are you blaming her for your own self-made issues? She's like, I just wanted the best for you, Jane.
I was just hoping maybe I could meet him and we could have a nice talk. Then you could tell him a whole lot of lies about me. Or maybe have him for yourself.
Oh my god, I would be in the audience screaming. I can't deal with the freaking mistreatment. Just gonna start singing.
Heaven above.
Okay, no, it's not the same as when you were a kid. Also, the lyrics are weird now. You're like a grown woman.
I've written, dear Daddy, saying I love you.
He's like, I just need this job. I'm just gonna say whatever gets me this job.
You certainly can sing. How much were you thinking of paying?
Paying? How about $100 a week?
I think that would be fair.
And where are you gonna get the $100 a week that you don't have? From investments that are not paying well.
I'll have to know for sure. When are you thinking of starting?
I've got some family matters that should take about a week. I'll pay you first thing Wednesday, a month in advance.
So she's gonna pay him $400 on Wednesday. I feel like this is gonna give her a motive to want to get rid of her sister.
Why don't you come with me? Well, then we could go on to dinner.
I promised my Delia I'd be home for supper.
I'll drive you home then. I'm so excited.
Now she has a motive. Maybe for like life insurance to like get more money. I don't know. Chocolates. Lots of chocolates. So delicious. Oh, who is that scratched out? Look at the picture. It's something is scratched out. It's you. It's freaking her. She hates her sister. Look, it says Blanche all underneath it too. Blanche Hudson, Blanche Hudson, Blanche Hudson. Are she trying to redo her signature? Like she's writing as Blanche? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh my gosh. She's writing checks as Blanche, which means that she no longer needs her.
I'll see you Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, if you could just get down there somehow. Maybe you could just like slide down the banister slowly, but then is she gonna crawl her way? I have no idea. But she has to get down there. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She's gonna freaking fall down the stairs. And why is she trying to revive her ex now? Like, what prompted her to want to revive her ex at this point in her life? Oh! Oh, don't. Okay, she's still conscious. You just gotta hoist yourself up somehow. Perfect. Jackpot. And her sister's coming home!
Blanche Hudson. Is the doctor there? I must talk to him.
It is an emergency. The only issue is how she's gonna get back up those stairs.
Hold on, please. I'll see if I can interrupt him.
Lady, you better interrupt him. Or I'll interrupt him.
Dr. Shelby?
What seems to be the trouble?
It's about my sister. I need you here.
How did she get
behaving. Please, before she comes back.
She can already impersonate her voice, and now she can sign her signature. There's no telling what Jane can do.
Is this some kind of emotional disturbance?
Yes.
She's unbalanced.
You trying to tell me that she's violent?
Yes, she's violent. Dude, just get over to her house. Don't ask questions. Just go. God. Though she hasn't physically done anything to her yet. Just not giving her any food. She knows now.
We aren't getting anywhere like this. I'll come over right away.
Thank you, Doctor. God. I absolutely love the pacing of this scene, too. Very slow to kind of realization. It's so suspenseful.
I know who it was, and I know what you're trying to do.
Oh my god, she's kicking her! I just start clawing at her with my freaking nails, grabbing her ankles and pulling her to the floor. Bite her with your teeth!
This is Blanche Hudson again.
Hello, Blanche. I'm on my way now.
Dr. Shelby, we're not going to need you after all.
No, Doctor, please come over, Doctor, please! Use your better judgment, sir, as a doctor, a man of science.
I'm very sorry.
This freaking witch.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Crazy woman! I love Betty Davis so much, but I do not like Jane Hudson at all.
I thought I told you not to come back until next week.
Thought I'd come by and see if there's anything needed doing.
You could have saved yourself the trouble. We're not going to be needing you anymore.
Oh my God. No. No, that's a lie. Use your better judgment, Elvira.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be paid for today.
I'd just like to see Miss Blanche before I go.
She's asleep.
That's all right. I don't mind waiting.
You put up a fight, Elvira. You do it, girl.
Well, I do. I gotta leave, so just give me the keys to the house.
I'm sorry, I don't have the keys.
Go. You're fired.
Elvira, come back. Elvira, don't leave. Come back after she's left, please. Yes, she came back. Upstairs. Go upstairs, Elvira. Elvira, upstairs. She must be stopped at all costs.
Miss Blanche?
It's locked. How do you unlock it? Yes, you're starting to realize, Elvira. Find the key.
Wait down, I'll go find the key.
There you go, girl.
Good morning, Miss Hudson.
Blanche wanted me to get it all in cash this time.
Is that the only outfit she owns? Like the only going out outfit? It looks very 1930s.
She usually gives us a call.
Oh, well, I guess she must still be asleep.
Just a moment, please.
Use your better judgment. Don't give her the money.
I guess that'll be all right, Miss Hudson.
Are you kidding me? When is someone gonna say no? That's not all right, Jane. That is not okay. You cannot have that, Jane. She is so frustrating.
If that sister of yours has gone and given you sleeping tablets, I'm sure as hell gonna call the police on her.
I love her. I sure as hell am gonna call the police on her.
I'm glad I caught you. I was wondering if you'd mind your cleaning maid if she could give me a couple of days a week.
Oh yeah, distract her. Good job. Good job, nosy neighbor. I feel like Elvira's gonna be a goner.
She isn't here. I've already sent her home.
I saw her go in the house a few minutes ago.
Oh my God.
In the house?
Yes.
Nancy! Why are you telling all of our secrets, Nancy? Oh my God. Elvira's a goner. Fucking nosy Nancy over here telling the whole world that she saw Elvira.
What are you doing here?
Trying to save Blanche from your craziness. Just open the door, Elvira. Don't look at her. Open the door.
Now you can tell me what you mean by locking Miss Blanche in her room.
Blanche's house. This is my house, but I can do what I like.
You open that door and stop all this nonsense.
No.
She's gonna push her down the stairs. Oh, baby girl, you're about to go. No.
You better give me that key and be quick about it.
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, you better be.
I'm not gonna fool with you. Give me that key.
Oh my God, something bad's gonna happen to her. And they're showing the hammer. She's gonna grab the hammer.
I didn't mean her any harm.
She's gonna grab the hammer and she's gonna get her.
God, what has she done to you?
What? Oh my God, she's capable of murder. Behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you.
I'll get you down from here. You just rest easy.
Okay, that's it. Jane needs to go. Jane needs to go. I've made up my mind.
You could have been better in all of them. You know that? They just didn't love you enough.
I pray that there is some sort of retribution at the end of this film because I can't take any more. Enshrined.
I can't let you in.
Go to hell with it.
No, come back, please. She's holding her sister hostage. She may or may not have killed the housekeeper. I'm assuming she did.
I can't let you in. Not now. What am I going to do?
I'm trying to have sympathy for the poor woman. I understand she's been through a lot in her life, but she's just done a lot of heinous things. What do you want me to do, guys? I can't. I'm sorry. Can't believe she freaking killed Elvira. Oh. It's your neighbor Nancy. I know her name's not Nancy, but I don't remember what her name is. And nosy Nancy just, it works. She's gonna try and talk to her for some reason. Who knows?
Oh, Miss Hudson, I didn't know there was anyone in here.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Bates.
This is literally like Misery almost. It's just like this hopelessness. Is anyone gonna find me? I don't know.
I guess I'll just say goodnight.
Good night, Mrs. Bates. When is someone gonna tell Jane no? No, Jane. You can't get away with murder. This whole movie, nobody is catching on to her, except for poor Elvira, who lost her life.
So the fine woman you've chosen to run around with turns out to be broke. Jane Hudson drove a car straight at her own sister. The studio had it all ashed up.
So the studio covered up the accident and just ended Blanche's career.
After she'd run down her own sister, Jane Hudson ran off and disappeared for 3 whole days. They found her with a man that she'd never even seen.
So baby Jane has had a lot of things going on in her life. I wonder why nobody stopped this sooner.
Yes, this is Miss Hudson.
We have a report here filed by her cousin. Did she tell you what her plans were or anything like that?
Elvira!
No, I don't know a thing.
No. You're absolutely in the right place, officer. Yeah, they're coming for you, Jane. And this time, they're not gonna let you off with a frickin' warning.
Blanche!
know what to do, Blanche. What am I going to do?
Maybe come clean to turn yourself in. That's the only reasonable thing to do at this point.
Oh, but then I wouldn't see Edwin anymore. It wasn't my fault, but he wouldn't like what I did.
She's literally unraveling.
When they came and told me that you were hurt, there was a policeman and he hit me. And I tried to tell him that I couldn't do a thing like that.
But you did. Does she not realize that she did it? Is she like repressing it?
The accident. I did it. You told me so. I must tell you. I don't want to talk about it. I only want to talk about the nice things.
Wow, she's amazing. Betty Davis, this queen.
Remember when Daddy and I used to rehearse at the beach? And all the people would come and watch? It may be Edwin. It's Edwin.
Oh, is there an angle that Blanche is playing, or is she still trying to like protect her sister? I think she's just doing it to placate her sister.
You want to make him tell me? No, Jane. There. Edwin! Wait for me!
That's not Edwin, it's the police. Oh yeah, baby.
Miss Jane Hudson, we just picked up this young man in front of your house.
It is Edwin.
They're trying to say I'm drunk.
Scream! Do something! Oh god, I don't want her to conflate this with some sort of like weird twisted romance that she's made up in her head.
I have the money, but don't be mean to me. Let's go in the kitchen and have a drink together. I've got something else for you too. It's a surprise.
I wonder what not washing her face for like all those months of production did to her face.
Drink your drink, Edwin. I'll go. Get it for you.
What is she grabbing? What is she grabbing? Scream! Why isn't she screaming? The frustration I have with her character is unreal.
It's a genuine Baby Jane doll. They made them for me.
Marvelous.
Especially. You talk too nice, Mr. Blank.
He's like, please get this thing off my lap. I do not want this on my lap, please.
You're not comfy like that, are you?
Oh! Oh, she's gonna do something to him. There's so much depth in her character, and I can see why this is such a classic masterpiece.
Who's that?
Nothing. Edwin, she'll take you away from me. Help me.
Oh my gosh. She looks so like she's been there for a while. Go to the police. Do something.
She's dying. She's dying.
Edwin,
get away from me!
I got your money. You got your money.
Oh, go Edwin, go Edwin, go Edwin! Finally, somebody!
He hates me. And he's going to tell. And he's going to tell! We've got to leave.
Bro, by the time he finds the police, they're gonna be long gone, dude. Sober up, man. Let's go. Come on. We have freaking things to do. He goes back to the liquor store. Oh, boy. Blanche is literally, like, unconscious. Oh, she's taking her to the beach. She's gone. She's like Norma Desmond after Norma shot her lover gone. Like, she's gone.
We can just sit here for a while. You should look at the sea.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
Gosh, what a scandal. And of course it's in Hollywood. It's the only place where this is a viable story.
It is believed that Blanche Hudson has been forcibly abducted by her
sister
from the family home on
Where
North
is
McGaffey
Blanche?
in Hollywood.
It's almost as if, like, she didn't grow up in her mind. Like, she's just stuck as Baby Jane Hudson. Can you give Blanche some water?
You reckon you'll never find that baby Jane?
But I guess maybe it'll be too late.
There's a car down there parked right out in the road.
Literally, she's on the same beach that you guys are on. Just look around the beach. Take a nice little walk and you'll find her.
That old Lincoln convertible? That was parked there when we opened up this morning.
This is it.
It's the car you're looking for. Yep, go investigate. It really is parked right in the middle of the road, too. Wow. Okay, they're playing with her. I'd be like, I'm good, random person.
Help. I'm afraid.
She doesn't even realize that her sister's, like, dying or in serious need of medical attention.
You didn't do it, Jane.
Please stop.
I did it. I crippled myself.
What? What does that mean? How do you cripple yourself? Are you making excuses? Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this a plot twist? Wait a second.
I watched you get out of the car. You'd been so cruel to me at the party.
Oh my god! She's the one who tried to...
I wanted to run you down, but you saw the car coming. I hit the gates. I snapped my spine.
Wow! So she tried to kill her sister!
All this time we could have been friends. You were so drunk. You didn't know any better.
So that's why she's had this sort of remorseful, like, it's not my sister's fault thing going on this entire movie! Oh my god! That makes so much sense.
You weren't ugly then. I made you that way. You like ice cream? I'll get you some.
This whole time, I'm blaming Jane, when really it's Blanche. So Blanche isn't as innocent as she appeared originally.
Do you have ice cream?
Yes, what flavor?
Strawberry, please. 2 big strawberries, please.
So that'll be 40 cents.
And she's completely oblivious to the fact that her sister just confessed to literally framing her for for the accident. And she's just totally oblivious about it.
I'm sorry, but we must find your sister. She down here on the beach with you? I'll take these for you.
They're for my sister Blanche.
It's almost as if she's receded back into her shell, and this like innocent child is coming out of her now.
Won't you show us where she is, please? Please, Miss Hudson.
Oh, and she thinks that they're all there to see her, which they are, but not for the right reasons. She's literally gone. The final testament of where her psyche is. That just puts so much things into perspective for me, guys. Wow. What a freaking film. That was such a freaking mind trip. Like, this whole time I'm thinking it's Jane. Like, I know that she's had some issues, you know, with her mental health. But this whole time I'm thinking it's Jane trying to freaking destroy her sister and her sister's happiness when it was freaking Blanche who just couldn't take any more of Jane's being mean to her at the party that one night that she tried to kill her. And so that's what turned Jane into this sort of like bitter woman. What a freaking plot twist. Initially, I was frustrated with the two characters because I was like, Blanche, why are you so forgiving of your sister? Why are you allowing her to do these things? You're not telling her no. You're just letting her do these things. And then on the flip side, I'm like, Jane, why are you so vindictive? Why are you so bitter and angry? Like, why can't we come to some middle ground here? It was so frustrating. Bette Davis's performance in this film was like nothing I've ever seen before. She was so out of her element, so like, I mean, she was brilliant. You really see Bette Davis evolving in this movie. She's really like, she's not acting like an actor of the classic movie era. She's acting as an actor who is more modern with the times, very grounded in the reality of her situation. She's very like realistic. It just goes to show you how brilliant Bette Davis is and how versatile she is as an actor. And then Joan Crawford was fabulous in this film. The whole time she made us believe that she was just so forgiving of her sister and that her sister was just, you know, the apple of her eye. She couldn't do anything wrong. And you were frustrated with that because you're like, obviously something is wrong with Jane. Something is wrong with her and you're denying it and it's frustrating. And then you find out that she's just regretful of blaming her sister all these years and probably even remorseful that they didn't have the relationship that they could have had if she had just, you know, put her anger to rest so many years ago. So I think that was fabulously written, fabulously directed, such a phenomenal story, so well done. Thank you guys so much for recommending it, and thank you so much for watching it with me. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to become an official Tiffany Club member, then I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. If you would like to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, as well as our FlickPick polls, which allow you to vote for future videos, and our MWM live watch parties, where every other Saturday night at 6 p.m. Arizona time, we come together and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. In the next video, we are going to be honoring our Noirvember. It's going to run into December, but that's fine. We are going to be watching the film The Maltese Falcon. I am so excited to watch this film. We actually tried to watch it last year, but I was having some technical difficulties with it. But luckily, I got it to work this year, so we are going to be watching it. If you have not seen The Maltese Falcon, then I highly encourage you to watch it first before watching the reaction, so you can get the complete, undisturbed, full experience of that movie, then come back and watch my reaction to it. If you would like your own copy of The Maltese Falcon, or if you want to stream it online, I do have links of where you can find that down in the description below. If you have any recommendations for any classic Hollywood films, head on over to my website, www.miatiffany.com. Scroll all the way down and you will find our recommendation form. If you don't quite know what I've reacted to, fear not. I do have a LetterBoxd account under the handle @MammaMiaTiffany, and there you will find all of the movies I've reacted to, as well as a link to where you can find the YouTube reaction video. Now, mind you, on some of those movies, I have not quite put the link in yet, but I am in the process of getting all of those filled in, so bear with me. And while you're on social media, why not follow me on Facebook and Twitter @MoviesWithMia, and on Instagram and TikTok @MoviesWithMia_. Finally, guys, this is such a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe and healthy out there, and I will see you, boo, in the next video. Bye, everyone. Once he secured the rights to Henry Farrell's book and signed on Crawford, why did I say it like that? And sign on Crawford? Like I sound like a robot. Cut all that. Cut all that out. She asked this because Crawford was why can't I talk? I butchered that. I don't know why I stutter. I don't know. It's because the freaking camera's looking at me. Now, Davis's condition didn't bother Crawford a lot. Why can't I talk? I can't speak. Let's try this again. Ooh. This is the rough part. Also, if you would like to become an official Tiffany Club member, I hesitated because I forgot my script. Wow, let's try that again. I actually like that. It was a little rough. It wasn't that bad. Now we just get to watch the movie, which is my favorite part.